Hello everyone, this is Nickredace. Today I'm going to do a combo video for my Zombie Revenant deck that people seem to be enjoying a lot. So, just, if you've seen my video, my deck profile, you know the whole point of this deck is Uni Zombie. No, yes, the whole point of this deck is Uni Zombie and sending Mezuki to the graveyard, etc. So, say you have Beast of the Pharaoh in your hand. Oh, put that down there. You have Beast of the Pharaoh in your hand. You have Mezuki in your deck, which is the lovely part about Unizombie. You can send cards from your deck to the graveyard. So, usually you want to go second, so you can do shit like this. So, your opponent has a monster field. Unizombie's effect, send Mezuki to the graveyard, they gain a level. Then use Unizombie's second effect, send Beast of the Pharaoh level, Unizombie's now level 5. Then, banish Mezuki, summon Beast of the Pharaoh, Synchro, Omega, boom. Beast of the Pharaoh's effect. Oh, my bad. Summon a new zombie. That's the standard combo of the deck. You guys probably already know about that. The other thing I want to go is the things you can do with a lot of these cards. First off, Zombie World. Zombie World, most people will probably be like, well, why do you need it? Why? Because Zombie World works amazing with Mezuki. Say you're playing, right? You got Mezuki in the graveyard. That's deck. I really gotta remember what that is. And you have Omega out. And your opponent does something like Fiendish or like Regeki is, right? Say you have this is your field, right? I'm gonna give you a moment. That's your field. Your opponent Regekis. I'm gonna use Cypher and Omega's effect, and then they Solemn Strike it. All these babies go into the graveyard. See? With Zombie World on the field, you can now banish Mezuki to special summon Sideframe Omega, because Zombie World's effect, all monsters on the field and in every graveyard become zombie-type monsters. Which means, with Illblood, which is also the reason why I have him in this deck, Mezuki can special summon every card in your deck. Illblood can special summon any card in either player's graveyards. I versed a Blue Eyes player, and he had of course Blue Eyes White Dragons in his graveyard, and he had Maiden. So I was using Illblood, special summon the Blue Eyes, have Illblood and Omega smash the Maiden, and then have his own Blue Eyes that I special summoned run into his Blue Eyes, destroying both monsters. That's why I dealt with that. So that's the reason why that's in the deck, and that's a main reason why there's 3 Zombie Worlds in this deck. So put everything back. Another thing you guys might be wondering is, why do you have this? Well, first off, let's go through this deck. This deck is 90% zombies. Pyramid Turtle, zombies. Mezuki, zombies. Uni zombies, zombies. Beast of the Pharaoh, I think is it? God damn it. Is a zombie. Illblood, zombie. Samurai, zombie. Spirit, zombie. Plum Princess, zombie. Only one monster, I think, is not zombie. That's Armageddon Knight. The rest of them are zombies. That means so most of the time, especially since this is a very heavily monster-related deck, you're gonna have the requirements for Dragon Necro Nether Soul Dragon. Jeez, what a name. You're gonna be able to summon it. Right? Also, I mean, people might be like, well, what the fuck's the point of having it? First off, let's go through his effects. He can't destroy monsters by battle, but his point isn't to destroy monsters by battle. He attacks. Like, okay. So you get him out, and then you're like, alright, I'm gonna attack one of your monsters. Say, Beals. Beals, let's say, is weakened by Palm Princess, the Princess of Ghosts, right? Just enough so that, you know, Nether Soul Dragon will kill itself. Boom. First off, you take damage. He gains attack. Then it goes to 0 due to his effect. Then, Dark Soul Token. Now, you have this. This is a 3000 token. This can destroy monsters. You see what happens here? You attack a monster, they take damage, right? They take damage, then you special summon a token, and they take even more damage. It's a win-win scenario. That's why that card's in the deck. And it's pretty easy to get out. Also, same thing with Mezuki and Zombie World, you can special summon it from the grave after it's been destroyed. Now, here's one of my own sort of custom combos I've created. Now, this deck also has a few really interesting combos. The combo I found, I like to call it the Deathless Deck. Now, this is pretty simple. You just require Omega, Zeta. I'm gonna use the Spiels, for example. It's an attack position. It doesn't give a shit about all your cards. Then you're like, you know what? Zeta. Banish. Banish. Normally, you just, attack like that, wait next turn, and continue the same thing. What I found to be more efficient, if you have all your Mezukis already in the graveyard, or, don't really care, and you have a nice set field, you have to string your turn. So, it's your turn. Main phase 1, Zeta. Banish both. Right? Opponent's standby phase. Omega's effect activated. Read Omega's effect. During your opponent's standby phase, you can target one banished card. Now, that doesn't say you're banished or your opponent's, just one banished card, and return to the graveyard. That means you can target the Spiels and send it to the graveyard. That means it's destroyed without being destroyed. Now you might be like, well, what about happens to Zeta? Come on, I got 2 now. Fast. Zeta doesn't say anything about requiring the other opponent's monster to be special summoned. It just says return them in your next standby phase. That's if they're both still banished. What will happen is, when your next standby phase comes out, Zeta will come to your field, and they will still have lost the Beals. It's a pretty good way of getting past heavy boss monsters. And I went against, again, the Blue Eyes guy, and he got Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon with Dragon's Mirror. I couldn't summon any Blue Eyes anymore. And then I did that. Of course, I had Illblood on the field, and I was like, yeah, he quit, but I was like, yeah, next turn, special summon. That's that. Now, I'm going to go over the reasons why I have Blood Misfit, Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend, and Enlightenment Paladin. These cards don't really fit the theme in this deck, The deck is it's a very controlling, actually it's a mix, it's a controlling and stalling deck, depending on how you use it, but pretty much they're all here because there are decks you'll go against that will run you into a grind and eventually stall. And when you're going against those decks, if you can't deal battle damage, you're fucked. That's why these cards are incorporated. Blood Misfit. Once per turn during your opponent's standby phase, inflict 300 damage to your opponent for each card they control. That does pretty good damage. Plus, each time they set a card, it instantly inflicts 300 damage. That's why I have Blood Misfit. I have 2 of him because he's one of the more effective damage dealers out of the 3. Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. Same reason. Usually it's if your opponent's spamming a whole bunch of special summon monsters. You pop him on the field, again, because your Mezuki's special summon your own monsters after they've been destroyed. You activate his effect, destroy all of your monsters and his. He takes 500 for each, and then you just Mezuki your monsters back. While he can't do that. It's same thing, inflict a lot of damage. It's actually mostly for OTK, kind of like how people use Gaga Cowboy, I would use Scarlet Red Dragon Archfiend. So that's why he's in the deck. And Enlightenment Paladin, due to Palm Princess, right, and weakening your opponent, Enlightenment Paladin can do a lot more damage than you think. Because of his effect. That's why he's in this deck. But pretty much it's like piercing damage, come on. Let's see. Then I have my support cards in this deck. Support cards are Void Ogre Dragon, Stardust Dragon, and Thought Ruler Archfiend. Alright? Stardust Dragon can pretty much be replaced by any dragon, but he's there just in case. Void Ogre Dragon, this, you'll run out of a lot of cards in your hand. Alright, depending on how you play. Alright, if you get a whole bunch of zombie cards, you'll find yourself out of those zombie cards pretty fast. And you'll be able to use Void Ogre's effect. He's up 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense. He's pretty good. His effect is even better. So that's why you have Void Ogre. Stardust, again, he can be replaced with pretty much any other level 8 or 7. Or higher, on that case. That's why Stardust Dragon is there. And, you know, being able to protect the monsters. Thought Ruler, along with kind of Beals and Void Ogre, you can't really replace, because I've tons of instances where Thought Ruler has saved me. Simply because you get him out, attack, you gain life points. Oh, he's destroyed. Mezuki. You attack, gain life points. It's brought me back from the brink tons of times, especially against burn decks. So that's it. Now, as this deck doesn't really have a combos, besides, well, pretty much the ones I showed you already, you gotta understand kind of the basics, right? We're gonna go with Illblood. Illblood, you never really wanna normal summon. You wanna have him in the graveyard, and then banish Mezuki, special summon him, then normal summon him, so you can activate his effect. That's how you're gonna want to use Illblood. Armageddon Knight, alright, you might be like, why the hell do you have him in this deck? Yeah, well, he gets out Mezukis, and better than that, he can get out Uni Zombies that you can use Mezukis on. He's always there. If you have an Uni Zombie in the graveyard, you need Mezuki, he's there. You have Mezuki in the graveyard, you need an Uni Zombie, he's there. Also, because, think about it. Alright, let's go through the scenarios. You have an Uni Zombie in the graveyard. You need Mezuki. Boom. Mezuki, Uni Zombie, Omega. Vice versa. Boom. You see? That's why we have him. He's a pretty good support card. Now, if you want to add your own tech to this deck, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people do, cards that I would say you can replace. I wouldn't go ahead and just be like, oh, you can replace all of this or all of this. I would probably go with one Pyramid Turtle, both Goblin Zombies, one Pyramid Turtle, and a Palm Princess, I'd say, right? That's about your stretch, like, if you want to keep it consistent, but want to add some support. And there is a lot of support, like Red Eyes, Zombie Dragon, Zombie World, and Palm Princess. It's pretty good. Now, again, you might ask, why the fuck do you have Goblin Zombie? Simply, it's because he's pretty good for synchro material. He's the same reason to kind of have Beast of the Pharaoh. Beast of the Pharaoh used to be, oh man, it was that Lich. Skull Servant, the Lich Woman. The White Mare. Yeah. That used to be in place of Beast of the Pharaoh. She was stronger by a lot, which was like 2200 defense. But Beast of the Pharaoh was just more effective for synchro summoning. Goblin Zombie, it's the same reason. You get Uni Zombie, Goblin Zombie, you can then bring out any of your zombie cards. That's for him. Again, that's why I say you should probably take the about 4 cards you want to keep consistent. Of course, you could also say, if you're fine with it being a little less consistent, you can take a Zombie World, a Twin Twister, and probably both Polys. But that also sacrificed the Necro Souls. and you have a good enough to play with thing. The reason you should never get rid of any of the others is because they're vital to the deck. Solemn Strike, you need that protection. Zombie World, why would you give up? What tech, I would wonder, would be, give me a moment, what tech would be good enough where you would not be, nothing beats Zombie World? Zombie tech, really. Alright? There's no zombie tech that can match Zombie World. And, well, I'm gonna go down the line, right? Regeki. That's Regeki. Swallow Slash. You would never want to get rid of that. Alright, Swallow Slash, it's just too good. It's pretty much tribute anything, like mezuki, and destroy 2 cards on the field. Of course, you banish one of your samurai, but still, that's really fucking good. Pump Princess, again, I can't praise Pump Princess enough. She just weakens your opponents until they're gone. Twin Twister, again, discarding and destroying. Good for mezuki, zombie, etc. Powerful Rebirth. Why the fuck not? Powerful Rebirth is amazing. It's a synchro deck. It's not, you know, if I don't have a card to send from my hand to the graveyard, Powerful Rebirth can save me the trouble. Also, it's a Call of the Haunted, where if it's destroyed, he still keeps all his stats and everything. Of course, Zombie World, best zombie tech. Foolish Burial, get Mizuki's in the graveyard. Solemn Strike, your defense. Armageddon Knight, because it's Armageddon Knight. Illblood. It's too good to pass up. Just the opportunities that exist with Illblood. He's not the best card, but he's good enough. Alright? That's the thing you understand. It's not the fact that he's efficient or anything, it's the fact that once you get your engine rolling and you get Illblood on the field, you can overcome the barriers of your deck. Alright? With this deck, you can just get past a lot of enemy other decks, but Illblood allows you to transcend that barrier of your own individual deck and starts allowing shenanigans of untold power. Again, as I said, stealing your opponent's Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Red Eyes Darkness Metal Dragon, etc. Of course, I'll get on to that in a moment. Beast of the Pharaoh. Again, you need that level 3, because you're not always gonna, you know, sometimes you do need to send, you know, you need to send one to the graveyard. Mizuki's there, and then Beast of the Pharaoh. Pharaoh's effect allows you to special summon any zombie from the graveyard that's level 4, which is all the zombies. Unless, again, you add tech, which, that's fine. Mezuki and Uni Zombie, it's the heart of the deck. If you got rid of those, the deck would pretty much die. Now, Samurai. Samurai, the reason he's in this deck and at 3, while Pyramid Turtle and Goblin Zombie and Pump Princess would be able to be reduced, his effect, he's a pretty good beater, but his effect just banish one zombie and then gain 600 and banish any monster that battles him. It's untold uses. For example, the new Blue Eyes Dragon, the fusion one. The one that could completely wreck this deck if I didn't Deathless Death it. If I didn't use the Deathless Death combo. While if I activate Samurai's effect, both would be banished. Yeah, I'd lose Samurai, but he'd be losing his far more powerful monster. Pyramid Turtle. The reason it's staying at 2 and can't become completely replaced is it's Pyramid Turtle. You destroy it, you get a Mezuki on the field. Oh, Mezuki is destroyed, you summon another Pyramid Turtle. Or something such. Spirit Reaper. Okay. How do I explain Spirit Reaper? It's your wall. Alright? It's indestructible and it's a zombie. That's all you really need to know. Oh no, it's destroyed! Ah, Mezuki special summon. Now, you might be like, well, you have Zombie World, why don't you have Marshmallow? Because you don't always get Zombie World. You notice there's no terraforming in this deck? Yeah, because once you get multiple Zombie Worlds, you kind of get fucked. There's no point in having more than 3. Now, if we were to go in here and kind of thin this out a bit, again, Stardust completely, you know, change. Enlightenment Paladin can be completely changed if you want. And maybe if you're desperate, get rid of these 3. You still want to keep at least 1 Void Ogre Dragon, 1 Blood Misfit, and you always want to keep a Thought Roller Archfiend, but again, if you want to thin out the deck, to put whatever tech you want, that's how you can. And if you really want to go drastically, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people would want to, you can get rid of Pum Princess. You can get rid of Beast of the Pharaoh, and Illblood, and Armageddon Knight if you wanted to. Alright, and you could get rid of Regeki. I don't know. No one wants to fucking get rid of Regeki. What am I saying? You could get rid of Void Ogre Dragon, Blood Misfit, and Thought Ruler. So if you really want to look at it from a bare bones box, this, what you're looking at, is this right here on the top above this line. The engine is 3 Oni Zombies, 3 Mezuki, 3 Sams, 2 Pyramid Turtles, 3 Spirit Reapers, a Regeki, Swallow Style 2, 2 Twin Twisters, 2 Rebirth, 2 Zombie Worlds, a Foolish Burial, a Solemn Strike, 2 Solemn Strikes. And for the extra deck, heck, you don't even need a BS to be honest. Just 2 Zeta and 2 Omega. That's the bare bones box. 14 cards of your own, just drop in if you want. And heck, your extra deck is pretty much completely free. Except for 4 cards. So you have 11 extra deck cards and 14 main deck cards. And there's a lot of zombie support out there. I'm not gonna lie. But, again, it's my deck from what I've made. I'm not here to just claim the deck, even though I do claim the deck. Zombie Revenant is my personal deck I made. But the engine's there. The Revenant deck, the Zombie Revenant deck, engine, is there for everyone to use. And I know some people, like, X Underground Squad, Kasami Unlimited, Spidey, they don't like net decking. This, I'm not trying to net deck, alright? I don't like people net decking either. I go on and I'll look up decks, but I'll be like, yep, that's a nice deck, I'll steal it. None of these decks I've done that for. Not a single one of the decks I've made have been net deck decks. Not one. I look at other YouTubers, what they've done, or specifically deck profiles, in that aspect, and I look at it and I'm like, alright, that's how the deck works. And then from how they did it, how the deck works, I make a base. I will, most of the time, like, on Lintheo, I took his Skull Sergeant deck, right? And I played it. And then I tweaked it. And then I played it. And then I tweaked it. And then I played it until I came around to the Zombie Skull Servant deck that I have now. That Zombie Skull Servant deck kind of got me thinking. The engine wasn't zombies. It wasn't the zombie engine. It was the Skull Servant engine. Then I was like, alright, how can I make the zombies their own thing and not just stealing off of Skull Servants? And that's how Revenant Mach 1 came to be, which was actually weaker than Skull Servants. And I've again, played, tweaked, until eventually I've come up with the Zombie Revenant Mach 2 deck, which is the one I currently use. And it kicks ass. It's an unexpected deck, and it's not one to be underestimated. So, thank you all for watching. It's been Nickredace. I am working on top 10 underrated decks still. Alright? It's coming. Alright, I'm gonna one of the decks on it, I'm gonna tell you this. It's an insect deck. And I'm just gonna say it this way. Insects need some fucking support. Because this insect deck has so much potential, and we all know what it is. And it just falls flat on its face. It's like, come on, man. I know you can do this. It's like, you're drunk, deck. Come on, sober up. I'm working on it though. It's growing. But right now it's kind of shit. But it's underrated for sure. Like it's a deck where it's crap, but if you got that if you get that one card, you're like, oh my god, thank you. And the two best cards of the deck archetype are limited. By the way, yeah, it's based on archetypes. It's kind of archetypes. It's decks/archetypes. Thank you all for watching. This has been Nickredace. And I'll see you all in the next video. If you like this video and want more combos so I can explain some of these decks, please like, comment below, and subscribe. Because, 16 subscribers, whoa. Yeah, I'm a sad person. Thanks for watching. This is Red Ace.